everyone, I'm Rosie and welcome back to my channel. So I spent all morning thinking about what kind of collage we're gonna make today, what my inspiration is, what we're gonna do, and I don't really know. And I think that's totally okay. I love getting inspired by just like the images I find. I just haven't picked one yet. I know I have like a bunch of stuff cut out. I have piles everywhere of stuff. I'll just look through them and see what we should start with. Worst comes to worst, I'll just start cutting something out and we'll try to make it work. I think that's totally fine. You don't have to have a grand idea of what you're gonna make every single time you sit down to create. That is like a lot of pressure. You should just sit down because you want to create something and you just figure it out as you go. And I think that that's totally fine. And that's the whole process. And I think that that's beautiful. So let's see what we can make today. It's going to be a big surprise because I have very little idea what's going to happen. So let's go on this journey together and see what happens. So in one of my piles of stuff that I've cut out, I found these two boys who are like the front of a ship. And for some reason I was in the mood to cut out something really intricate. So I thought that, you know, with all of these little rope pieces and the railing of the boat, that this would be kind of just like fun to cut out. And I also think that I was just kind of like procrastinating because I didn't know what actually to create. So I was like, let me find something that's going to take a while for me to cut out so I can like think about it. But also, I thought that we could just put these boys somewhere where, you know, boats don't go, and we could give them a cool background, and then maybe they could be looking at some cool things. So I also just thought this picture had a lot of potential. So we'll see what happens with it. Now that we have the ship and these boys cut out, I want to start looking for backgrounds that could go with this. So I first am taking out my landscape, the few folders that I have of like loose cutouts. This one is entitled Landscapes. So we can sort of start to dive through here to see if any of these work. Like that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I pulled a few things that I liked from those folders that we flipped through. And what I think after I started overlaying the kids and the boat on the backgrounds is what the ones I liked the most were ones where the kids popped a lot. So they pop pretty well on this dark solid background. They pop really well on like this blue. I think for a completed piece, it makes a little bit more sense to try to find something that they pop a lot more on. But I also kind of want to find a background where I could maybe add something else in the background to make it even more interesting. Because there's like some lakes here, I could put, you know, some sort of like sea creature in there or something. So I think we have a start. We have some good options, but I'm not super 100% in love with any of these. And we just looked at my cutouts from those folders. So I think we need to dive into a few books to see if we can find something we like even better. Okay, so I pulled out a few images that I really liked that we could use as background. So let's just re-look at these and talk about what we like or don't like. So what I liked about this one was there was like that perspective, and maybe we could do something fun, you know, maybe behind the mountains or behind this tree line, and something could be coming up or something. I thought that maybe would be a fun idea. Oh, this one I think I'm really excited about. It's this desert scene. Like, what I love is like it kind of looks like the ocean. It kind of looks like water. And I think there's a lot of opportunities for us to put, you know, like maybe some whale tails or like a dolphin jumping, some sort of aquatic thing to make it feel like it's maybe even more like the ocean. I really like this one. There's also this prairie, sort of like garden field being plowed. And what I thought would maybe be cool about this one is if we cut out some of these rows and maybe put like the galaxy or some stars back there. I thought that would create maybe a cool abstract background. So different from the ocean one because it's more like, it's much more abstract and much more like doesn't really make sense, where the other one is like actually trying to be the ocean. So I think that we should go forward with these two and maybe, well, maybe just this one, because I'm actually really loving this one. And then let's see if we can find some, you know, ocean animals or some tail or something to add to this one, because I'm really kind of digging it. Actually, so here's what I'm also thinking. Since we have a little bit extra space here on the, I don't know what part of this ship this is, maybe the mast, I don't know. In the image we have, I guess maybe like an inch more. We could cut out the sky on this image and actually replace it with either another sky or like a galaxy or something, just so we have a little bit more room, and then maybe we can do something extra in the background. I think we should do that. But the other thing that I was just looking for is some sort of like fish or shark or something, a whale, to add back there. So I was looking at maybe this shark, that guy could be cool, sort of like coming up over the mountains, or like maybe this tail. Maybe this dolphin tail, that's a really nice one. So I think we have some good options for that, but let's first dissect and take off the sky here, and then see if we want to replace it with another sky or a galaxy. So I have this weather book, which I've shown before and used in my other videos. So we could add something like that or something like this. But I also have, right up to the side, I have my, I have two galaxy books, two books about space. So I want to just quickly see if we want to do something space related or not. I love how dramatic this sky scene is. We wouldn't use all of it. We'd only use to about here, in here, so it'd be cropped something like that. And then we could put like a shark or something back there. So I'm starting to like this idea. All right, now that we have these guys cut out, let's see if we can place them back here, if they even work, because I don't even know. I just like the idea of like space shark. So, you know, just like a little hint of them, because you got to remember I have to crop here and here, so it will be sort of just like a little scene in the background. The other thing I could do actually with the shark is cut this mound out maybe and stick him in there. I'm not sure if I want these to sort of feel more separated or more intersected. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I think that maybe I should crop the background, the galaxy part, now before we get too far on what's happening with the sharks. Oh, see, I could, to get more galaxy in here with the kids, I could crop this off even more. That might be what we do, just so we have a little bit more space to put our sharks and things. So like, I like that guy like that. I think that this is looking really neat. We obviously have like a lot of trimming to do to get this, like, it's gonna be a little bit tighter on all the edges, but I think that this came together really well. The colors somehow work really well together. The sharks and fish in the background are really cool. Like, there's some interesting stuff happening, and I'm really liking how this came together. All right, so let's finish this up. Let's trim the edges, we'll get the glue out, start gluing it all together, and then we'll have a finished piece. I'm really excited. This turned out so well. Here is the finished collage. Man, it turned out really cool. See, you don't have to have a plan. I woke up this morning with zero idea what was gonna happen. And you know, sometimes it doesn't work out and sometimes it does. You just had to go with the flow. And that was really fun to make. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video and watching that piece come together. And I will see you next Thursday for another collage video. Bye. It is a finished collage, finished collage.